Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to cover how to put your products in any image, whether that's an AI image, whether that's a real image, and how to do it so that it looks real and that it's usable in an actual ad. So if this is your first time watching this channel, my name is Ray Johnston. I run a large agency, Right Hook Digital, and we work with e-commerce brands. Not just a little bit of e-commerce brands. We worked with over 300 e-commerce brands in the last 6 to 7 years. 26 of them got to $1 million a month. And so we know a thing or two about running marketing that scales, both on paid social and ads and creative strategy and email and Google and all the things in between. And all I care about right now is how do I 10x the output for our brands and for my team. So this isn't a training on how to make monkeys do things with AI and fake AI people that don't even look real. No, I only care about doing things that look so real you can put it in an ad and make money. Because we have ads right now that are AI that are making money for our brands. So what we're going to cover in this subsegment is how to get your products in real or fake AI shots. Okay, I've done previous videos on how to make people wear your products, but now what about product placement? Whether that's flat lays, or if you want to do design aesthetics, as if it's like a photo shoot, or if you want people in the image, whether real or fake, and have your product in that scene as well. How can you do that? So we're going to cover that today. All right, so here's the process you'll want to go through to have put any product that you sell in real or fake AI images. So for example, all of these are AI generated. Now these are pretty easy to do. I'll teach you by the end of this training how you can do it, but you can also have people inside of it. There's a lot of really cool creative things you can do. Guys, this looks freaking fantastic. Before the days of AI, you'd have to spend thousands of dollars a month and a quarter just to do product shoots like this. And with this training, we are helping our brands replace their product shoots all with AI. So there's a few things we're going to go through and the right structure. Now I want you to understand what platforms do I find that work the best? Okay, so for me, the platforms I find the best for this specifically, having my products put in real or fake backgrounds, is for generating new people. I like to use Midjourney and Nana Banana. I'll tell you the platform of choice that I use later on when I demo it. But I use this, for example, if I'm trying to get my products inside of, let's say, an AI image or an AI person. Well, for generating that, Midjourney and Banana, I think are the best. But if I'm trying to just do product swap outs, like maybe I have an image that I don't need to change it, or it's not AI, but I just need to swap it out, I find CG and Banana to be the best out there. I think the worst out there is ChatGPT. It's the absolute worst. Then I actually think that Grok AI is getting pretty good. And then Midjourney and Nana Banana, especially Journey and Nana Banana, are on par, especially Dreams 4.5 is really good as well. But those are my go-tos. And how do I compartmentalize choosing those is the least amount of prompting to get what I want. That's all I care about. What speed and effectiveness. And unfortunately, no matter what you do with ChatGPT, it looks fake, and I don't like it. So what's the process? How do we do this? And why do we want to do it? Well, first of all, before I get into how, let me just talk about why we want to do it. The reason we do this is because, listen, we're trying to move very, very quickly, especially if you guys know anything about running advertising with changes that Meta has done quite recently, like with Andromeda and Gem and Lattice, for example. And that is platforms are moving away from being very directive and you can do everything you want. Just being creative is the variable that's going to target people. And so diversification is a big deal, but also, guys, just time reduction. If I have an idea, I only have a few choices. One, I can go shoot it myself. Well, based off my location and what the idea is, I might not be able to do that and it may not make sense financially. Number two, can I have a content creator do that? That could take days or weeks and cost anywhere from a couple $100 to a couple $1,000, okay? Or can I use AI to instantly generate what I want with just a few minutes of prompting? This is what AI is doing. It's shortening your ability to get things launched and get some learnings back. That's why I'm so about it, because you can generate an image, generate a video in a short amount of time. So what is the process? So for example, what I do in this example is there's a few ways you can do it. Number one, and so I started with a seed image and I created this ad, okay? I'm gonna walk you through the process. You can reverse it, you can skip some steps. This is the process that I just like to use, so my output is so good that even our brands want to run them as ads. So here's how it works, is I always start with a seed image, okay? That seed image, it can be something real that you find online. It can be something that you create, up to you, okay? Just note that with the seed image, if it's something you find online, you wanna be careful not to just swap out your product with it, because depending on where you find it, it's copyrighted. Brands and businesses have a higher chance of chasing after you and being litigious, which is suing you. Personal people don't really give a crap. They may if they see it online, if they're spending a lot of money behind it. But for me personally, every city image I do that is real, I always change it and make adjustments so it's not copyrighted anymore, and I don't have the risk of someone chasing me. Because at the end of the day, our agency and our mentorship, brands come to us for help in scaling. I don't want to make them liable for a lawsuit by just stealing crap I see online. I like to change it and make it copyright free so that they don't have that risk working with us. So once I have a seed image, you may or may not prop changes to it. I typically have a little something I want to change, as I'll walk you through it. Then we have a net new image. Once we have that net new image, then we can add our product to that net new image, and then whatever design platform you want, we have a perfect scene, and now we do final touches on it. So the steps about this is there's always 3 steps. Seed image, got my seed image, makes changes. Once I'm happy with that, add my product, everything's perfect. And then if you need to add some additional design elements, you can upload it to Canva or Photoshop, whatever you use these days. Like I mentioned earlier, just make sure you're very careful with your copyright stuff that you steal. That's just word of caution. All right, so here's the process. So for this particular example, I actually use Midjourney to do this. Now you don't have to use Midjourney. I actually think that, like I said, Seed Dream and Banana, they're so freaking good now, but I actually like to use Midjourney on occasion just for creativity. If I don't know what I want, I will actually let Midjourney have some creativity in these following ways. So inside of Midjourney, for example, you have something else called stylization, weirdness, and variety. So stylization, these are all really cool things, is like stylization. What that does is it influences how strong Midjourney takes aesthetics, like how much they apply certain aesthetics. So if it's really low, it makes images that closely match, okay? Less artistic. If it's really high, it means it's gonna be way more artistic and apply a lot more variety to it, okay? The next one is weirdness. So for example, how weird do you want it to be? So do you want it to be very unique or unexpected outcomes? The lower that is, the less it's going to like push those boundaries. And again, I like to use Midjourney only situationally when I'm not quite sure what I want and I'm okay just to experiment. That's when I'll use Midjourney strategically. And if I really want to up the weirdness, like let's just see what it can do that, because Midjourney is very creative and clever. And the variety is because you can choose when you do an outcome with the prompt, you can choose to have 1, 3, 4, or more batch sizes of images it creates for you. And so variety is how often each image, variety is how different each image they supply to you are. So for example, if I did a prompt and I really jacked up the variety, each image will look completely different, right? So that's an example. So for this example, I did that. So I took this main prompt. This is something I just found online. I kind of knew the direction of what I wanted. I found this online. Now, a few things here. These are real people. That is a real brand who would sue the crap out of me. So what I did is I told Midjourney I wanted to change it. So I said, I use this stylization, this weirdness, and this variety. 2 identical mixed race, Black and Polynesian, mid-20s women lying on grass. Women on the left has noticeable acne and sunspots. Women on the right, lesser noticeable sunspots and acne. They are wearing the same clothes. Between them lies a tin of face cream. Sun is shining down on them. Shot on an iPhone, 0 filtering, slightly grainy, unrealistic. Same kind of prompting I've taught you guys to make things look perfectly real. Now, why did I do this? Because what I'm finding with the prompting, when you want to change it, take the seed image and describe what you want. So what happened was they took it, they increased some variety, a little bit of weirdness, a little bit of stylization, and after describing it, it gave me this. Now, this whole point of this video is how do we take our product and put it in an AI or real scene. I already knew the product I wanted to show was the shape of a tin can. So I just wanted it to put a placeholder there. So I purposefully prompted the people that I wanted, added some varieties to make them different, okay? And then added the product spacing tin can there. If it was a box, you could have put a box. If it was a cup, you could have put a cup. If it was a folded shirt, you could have put a folded shirt there, right? That's just what I did. Now, if you remember, once we have a seed image, we prompt the changes we want, so it's copyright free. Now we have our net new image. This is my net new image. Now what we want to do is add our product to it. So remember, the key to this is a high resolution image. It must be high resolution. If it is not, it's not gonna give the output where everything is perfect in detail. This is critical. For example, this product, it's got fine design with the leaves, really fine point words and letters as well. If this was if it didn't have the fine details, the less quality could be okay. But the more fine the details, the higher resolution you must have so that you don't Photoshop it afterwards. So once I had my seed image that I wanted, I said, great, swap the label of the 10 face cream in the first image with the exact imperfect detail image in the second image. Change nothing else about the image, just swap out the face cream, okay? And it did that. Took this, added this in that placement, and bam. Then following the same process I told you guys, I took this and I just uploaded Canva and added these aesthetics. And so that essentially is the process you're gonna go through every single time you wanna take your product and put it in any image, real and or fake. Now I'm gonna walk you through the exact same process, like an over the shoulder, so you can kind of see how this works in real time. Now, the one benefit that I have is with our mentorship group and our brand. Now, the one benefit I have is in our mentorship group, we have over 200 ad templates, okay? And we also have a whole database of AI images and prompting and models to make everything just a lot faster and easier. So I'm just gonna pull from those to make this easier and faster. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna see the principles as I do that. All right, so this is our AI database. We have everything in here, over 200 images and prompts and models and all kinds of different things. So what I'm gonna do is I think what might be fun is to just do a flat lay. So I'm gonna take a flat lay that I like from our database. So I'm gonna do two different scenes. I'm gonna do one with the person, and I'm gonna do one that's not a person. So I'm gonna download this. So this is our database where I have images and prompts that were created for us. So I'm just gonna download this girl real quick. Got it? Cool. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a flat lay. That sounds pretty fun too. I've always loved this flat lay. This thing looks great. Download that too. Okay, cool. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose a brand. I'm gonna choose a drink brand. All right, so this is a drink brand that I had talked to a while back. Now I need a high resolution image. This brand, I don't know. If I was working with this brand, I would have a high resolution image, but since I don't, I'm just going to go to their product page. I'm gonna do the best I can and choose a product image. So this is actually pretty good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the best I can, because what I don't think is gonna work with this is because you see the fine print right there. I can't find a better version than this. So I'm gonna choose a couple different ones, but it's gonna be an issue because the more fine print, the harder it's going to be for it to fully read and understand the words without me having to do Photoshop editing, but we'll see how it goes. But in the ideal world, if this is my brand, or if we were working with this brand, we would have high scale, high resolution images. And there's a cool hack I'm gonna experiment with on this as well, where you can actually use Nina Banana to upscale something. So we're gonna try doing that first. The platform I personally like to use is Higgsfield. There's a link in the description. Please use that link if you wanna try Higgsfield, you'll get a discount. Plus, it is an affiliate link for me. It would help me out tremendously. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use Nina Banana, and I'm gonna try this really cool feature where you can upscale using Nina Banana. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upload these images. There's this cool prompt you can do where you can have Nina Banana upscale. So I got Nina Banana Pro, awesome. So I'm gonna say prompt upscale to 4K, input 150. It's gonna say output. It's gonna say get rid of this and see what happens. Actually, I'm gonna do 2x3, perfect, generate. We'll come back and see how that goes. If it doesn't work, it's because it's still not high resolution enough with it being just a screenshot. Okay, we're back. And guys, I am pretty freaking impressed. Those images at best were blurry, but look at this. It even did a bit of interpretation of what the words are, and that is freaking incredible. All right, boom, we got our 4K scale. Cool. I'm gonna download this because this is much better than what I originally had. I'm gonna download this one too. We'll try them both. Cool. So now what we're gonna do is we are going to upload one of the images from the database, and I use that product shot on purpose because the flavors and the scents also match. Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do, I have the scene uploaded. Again, remember, what is the process? We start with the seed image. Is there anything you need to change in the seed image? What just so happens, this seed image literally is AI already. I don't have to worry about copyright stuff. But if I stole this from somewhere, I would wanna change it so it's copyright free, but it passes that check. I already love that scene. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna prompt it to swap it out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna prompt for it to swap out this bottle. Using it, Seedream actually has a really great codex on their resource information docs on it's prompting how you can do brackets and tell it to do specific things. Because I know Seedream really well, I'm just gonna do that here. There's a feature in Seedream where you just put brackets swap. So I'm gonna say the product and image 1 with this can Zhongli in image 2. Now, what's cool about Seedream is Seedream has made some of their use cases for people using their platform with this, where in the documentation, it has very specific instructions you can give it. You can do swaps, replacements, combinations, modifications, and you can do really cool things. And we'll come back and see what happens. Okay, we're back, and I'm freaking impressed. So I did a test between Seedream 4.5 and Nano Banana Pro. Guys, both of these are freaking amazing. I can run both of these as an ad right now. How cool is that? So just to kind of take the next step, so it already came out perfect because I followed the process. That's always key, follow the process. So what I'm gonna do next is I actually have a working template already ready to go. So we have a whole file of over 200 templates of ad templates. I took a few out of those randomly, and I'm gonna swap it out. So this is a really great template I thought would work for this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to upload those into Canva to show you how easy this is. So what I'm gonna do now is this is supposed to be an etched out part of the product. So I'm gonna upload this. Look how good that is. Now I'm gonna go back to Higgsfield and I'm gonna give it this prompt. And we're back. All right, how freaking cool is that? So just like that, remove the background. Now I meant to mention this earlier. Canva actually has this feature where it can remove the background for you already. I forgot about that. So if this doesn't work, I'll just use that feature. So now I'm gonna upload. Okay, so all you have to do is upload to Canva, take the image and use BG remover. Honestly, I should have done that. First of all, I just don't think platforms are ready quite yet to remove the backgrounds. And then it turns into a true remove background, PNG. Now I'm gonna download that. I'm gonna discard. Now I'm gonna re-go back to my project. Now I'm gonna upload that product one more time. There it is, truly with background removed now. So we're ready to rock and roll. Upload it right here. I'm just gonna resize it real quick because I have to do this. There we go, boom. Look at that, cool. Let me change your headline, whatever you want. Call it party in a can. Obviously you can change the text, do whatever you want. And there you go, I have an ad in a short amount of time, literally that it's got from AI. So I can think of anything I want and I can have it done in like 20 minutes or less, guys. You can have ads up and running. So I think you get the idea. I think you get the principles. Give it a try. Use Higgsfield in the description. It has been a huge lifesaver to me personally. And if you want access to the full AI master training that we have an over 3-hour course for our team and people inside of our mentorship group where we teach them all the principles, all the prompting. You get access to the AI database, plus weekly new examples of ads that are being made with AI and AI video. Go right to our mentorship, apply, and I hope I'll see you there.